with the check. I never really need you, even though I was.
So I know I said the next video was going to be about the spiritual aspect, the schizophrenia and all that. But I've gotten to a point in my little schizophrenia journey where I cannot even operate normally. Literally, everything is getting worse in my head. I'm trying to figure things out while I work, and it's kind of making me have an episode, if you will, right? Like, it's so bad that I start to have an episode, and it kind of makes me like want to stop doing anything in public. Like, it's like if I'm in public, I'm bound to be like just like seen going psychotic, which it's not necessarily psychotic, but it's like there's actually things going on that need to be addressed, and me being at my normal ass job doing normal things does not make sense. Like, it just allows me to get resources. Yes, it gives me resources, but it's not nearly enough for me to make a real difference in the situation that I'm in, because all that is going to do is like band-aid what's going on, and it's going to prolong the inevitable. So now I'm at the point where I should just either live on the streets, leave my house, leave everybody alone, and just live somewhere where nobody can see me until I can figure like something else out, like something that's actually going to work, something that will make a bigger difference than just talking to myself. Because talking to myself, it's valuable in a way because I get to flesh out all the information, but at the same time, it doesn't make anything happen. Like, talking was never my favorite thing to do. It's just something that I adapted to doing because it helps me figure things out more. Like, I used to be more quiet, but then I just started like talking and it just didn't stop. So now I'm just gonna start being quiet, and people are gonna wonder why I'm not talking. They're gonna wish I say something, and I'm not gonna want to talk, because every time I say something, it's just something that other people wish that I would say, and not really what I feel. Like, oh, if you're okay, then just go home and be ready to go out in the open and do whatever else you should do, because no one's gonna laugh when you actually find something out and use yourself to do something about it, because they're actually trying to teach you a lesson about feeling weird things and knowing that other people can see what's going on but can't use themselves to do anything because they don't have the energy to go after whoever is doing whatever they're doing. It takes more energy than you think to run after somebody who has been taking themselves serious, going off on people, using little weapons to kill whatever is inside of them. Because in reality, the only thing that you can say is that you're the one that people are always referring to. But in reality, that is not the case. You stayed on camera with a lot of people knowing that you were there. There's no one to say that you're being fake, because you're actually doing everything you say. They're leading you on so that they can make you famous for being something that was never supposed to be famous. Literally. That means that if you wanted to do what you said, you'd have to just stop going home, stop leaving people alone, and get yourself into a place where no one could see you, but you could see everyone. And then you would get mad because that place doesn't exist. Literally, you would have to stay on camera 24/7 streaming your life because you're looking for something that you can't find, which is probably what all the streamers are doing. There's someone that they know that got placed in a position that they didn't want to be in. They entered the state of mind that if they go off into the distance and start using their life as a plan where things can go wrong or right, even if it was right, it wouldn't make sense because there's nothing wrong with having a family. There's nothing wrong with having people that like you. There's nothing wrong with having money in your hands. There's nothing wrong with anything else but making money for yourself. Like literally having money on you is so basic. It's just a basic energy. The people that are faking with you are faking with you because they think that you're praising them for being more than they are. Like they think that you're saying that there's something different than what they really are. More than likely, you're not ever saying that there's something greater. You're probably just saying that they've done more than you have, and it's making them crazy because they didn't want that feeling that they've done more than you have. If they've done more than you have, then they're putting themselves in a position that they cannot get away from because their mind is that they've done worse because they've had money and they've used it as soon as they got it. You placed yourself in a position to grow out of whatever you were doing, using it for whatever you did use it for. You left people with some that was enough to give more to them. Like you could give way more to them. They could see you as a greater man, like, oh, he was going to give me everything he had. That was a plan that he had, but I shouldn't have thought like that because why would he take all of his money and give it to me when he actually does need help becoming better at facing his consciousness? Because if I were to have all of it, I would use it to do anything that I wanted. That's literally all that would happen. And there's nothing you can say about it because there's not a family member out here that would allow you to live with them for free. That's why you don't need help being alive because there's nothing that you need from anybody. You don't need help being good at not having food. You could literally show off that you don't even feel hungry very often. You don't want more than what you have. You actually leave people alone because it makes them see that you were trying to give them what they needed. Their other family member, who they say is a family member because they've put men around them that do whatever to them when they feel whatever they are feeling is a crazy feeling, but it's really just a joy energy, like literally J-O-I energy. There's not a thing in this world that will make you find out that everyone that has said something to you was saying it to you because they wanted you to feel funny about why you left. You had no energy to be out here. You did it anyway because you needed money. That money was going to go to another person. That person was not using their money wisely. They were getting money, using it to go out and fucking have whatever fun they know how to have, and then use you as a stupid person that likes them for whoever they are, being gangster with nobody around. If you had seen what they said about you, literally you would have faked out everybody, played someone as a fool, used them as their family member was using them, came up with a plan to get ready for them to be like this, like ready for them to be more evolved, getting more family involved, taking more family members into account, saying that if this person gives me this, then I can get them over here to do this, and they will live more closely than you think. If that's the case, there's nothing that you need. Like, you don't even care that people will trap you down under a family member's arm so that they can christen their own people. They will literally try to get you to see that there is a dude out here being followed by other people because they want to speak evil over you in a way that will never ever really make sense. People will literally try everything on you until you get snowed up and cost like literally nothing. You can get phone poisoning from being on the phone too much. People will literally show off that they learned your location off of your phone. They can take you over in that way. They can say, oh, he's chilling on some little weird energy, because they're not gonna leave anybody alone. They're gonna start going federal on you. They're gonna say, oh, he's not that gangster, he's not that racist, he's not that famous, he's just a treater of females, a gangster-like nigga with more energy to be famous than anything because he tried to help everybody around him. He literally does that. He gives money, he gives help, he goes out of his way to give someone a ride, to give them something that they would need, to show people that this is what the world would look like if you were a better person. You would help people that needed help your brother, help your sister, knowing that that's the only kind of person that people hate because they're nosy, quote unquote, they're nosy. If anything, it makes them more afraid of you because you weren't giving money to anybody else but two people who were very important to you. That means that those two people now have to express that they were trained to get away from you because you're going to be snowed up if you get around people like this. They're going to blow fake smoke in your face and blame you for feeling weird because they have no energy but that. It's literally cocaine and fear in their body. The fear is that they would get started if they got around you. They would get started, like they would get a feeling that doesn't make sense around you, and it would make them feel weird, and then they would cry help to somebody else who has no idea who you are. That person will shoot up a cue that was never supposed to be seen. They would literally strike a pose like this is who it is. We've got them took. Literally, like Wonder Man is about a guy being followed by a government that wants to kill him because he's naturally different than other people. And that's how it works. You're the guy that people want to see get killed because they want to see how much you did work like this. Like, you seen all of this coming and you just said, whatever, I'm gonna live like this because it's the only way that I can get away from people who I know is gonna be affected. Either way, they're gonna get stolen from, they're gonna get made fun of, they're gonna get shown off, they're gonna get laughed at. Their people don't see that there's more to this than they realize. They access little gangsters that don't know how to play games with other people because they're literally showing evil to the world. The world will never be the same because people can't find out what is going on if they don't listen to what is going on and say that there's been parents crying help because their children are racist, fake, and created by other people who don't even see them. They don't even see these people. They say that the people that they're talking about are going off on somebody that isn't even them, and it makes them feel like there's boys that give up on you. Those boys were feeling like you knew what happened to them. They said that they were trusting you to be aggressive so that people could see that your mind is not even throwing people around. Literally throwing them in bodies are flying around the house. They get followed like that. They get shown off like that. They get praised for being made fun of because that makes you way worse, and it keeps people afraid of all of this. Like people who don't have identities, that come from different countries in various ways. They steal homes, they play little games with your mind, they send their family around you, and their family might be ID'd, but they are not, so they get away with whatever they want because they're on camera following people who don't care about feeling evil. Even if they do get caught, they will have more money to get away. They will be able to go to any other country and do anything that they want because in other countries there's no regulation. There's literally just people who feel funny and they go out and do whatever they want, saying that that's how people have been living for the longest time. You can get angry, you can tell people, you can act like you feel for them, you can say, hey, I'm going to give you something that will make you more afraid of us, because that means that you're going off on us, saying that we were really good at being fake, but in reality we're just saying what we do and knowing that no one's gonna stop us. There's literally no one in this world that can take over a violent crime gang that literally just shows up on camera and does all of it in front of people. They put it in greater websites, gore, violence, knowing that that's where it happens. They put it on those little websites. Leaks, live leaks, there's probably videos where they have been, knowing that they can't go on there because it will show that people track off of that website to see who's interested in these videos. Those people get placed with other people who do greater evil. That means that they will live with other people who give up on life, taking videos of violence, saying that that was the only thing that they could do, because if there is more happening than this, you will not know until you find the person that's doing the worst. There's people giving up on life, shooting anything that walks, using other people that fake their lives so that they can get other people's money, teaching people that not everyone that you know is a good person. There's more evil people around you than you think. Literally, there's so many people that you know that give up on you because you're not down to be vacant with them. There's not a vacant thought in your head. There's always something going on in there. There's more memories there because there's not enough energy being taken out of you. You can't get stuck looking funny because people will look at you. They'll say, hey, this guy looks like he's trapping people down. He's not even thinking that people will do you wrong. He's thinking that you're going to make them obvious and they won't have enough time to get away because they're planning on leaving with even their family involved, knowing that they can't get away even if they tried, because you are going to be here giving out the info, telling the police. The police are going to try and get you stopped by giving you a Facebook page that people go to see how many people are just leaving themselves open to whatever. They're literally saying that if you went down the street, there would be another person who just sees people like that, gives them anything they ask for, literally whatever. If they ask for 6, they're getting 6. If they ask for people, they get people there. They get men that don't care about life. They say, here, you got a family member trying you, then we're gonna send somebody that can teach you how to get away fast enough so that they don't get you stopped by everybody who knows you, because they literally keep tabs on you. They say, oh, he's not going home, he's living under some bridge, then we're gonna leave him where he is, tell people around him that he's motivated to be famous. They're gonna see him as a drug seller because they know that you don't have drugs, you don't need drugs, and you don't feel like drugs are what you want. You feel like you want to be everywhere around no one that does weed, no one that does crazy shit, no one that has money for being famous off of drugs. They keep telling you that these are the things that get people more followed, because if you take a drug, it will make you feel weird. It will make you feel weirder than they do. You will see things way worse because they will tell you that these people are giving up on drinking and driving because they thought it would take them anywhere that they were trying to go, where they didn't know how to get there. They've been put down to get drunk off of crack. Literally, there's no drugs in your system that are like that. They've told people that this is how he got this way. He goes and does this and that and this. They are literally trying to find any way to get more famous than you. They want to just be more famous. If they're more famous, then people will do whatever they say. They'll chain you up. They'll black you out. They'll put you on some type of weird ass joined, controlled weather energy, because they literally show off that they'll play games with anything around you to show you how much control they actually have. Men have sold out everything in the open and still been given nothing but time. Literally just time. You get more time because you access the internet, show off that they're being racist towards you. They're saying you're famous for being gangster. This is how you lived. They literally played you to be more gangster than you were. You even said multiple times in fucking public with fucking public people, knowing that you said this. They have played you out to be what they were. Then they get more mad because you weren't saying that you were gangster. You were saying that you were trying to get away, and they kept following you. Random strangers coming up to you, asking you if you wanted drugs. You just say yes, because what is it gonna do? It's gonna give you more info about why they're asking you. They see you as a family man with no kind of energy towards them, because they fled instead of giving info, saying that they couldn't tell what was going on. They just knew these were going around them. And that's why people can't follow you, because they've said that they were trying to get around to getting more people down there so that they can get stolen from, showed off, and then led on to be a gangbanger. Literally, they're all becoming gangbangers because gangbanging is the literal lifestyle that people live so that they can be famous. Then they get more famous, and then they leave the gang so that other people can stay focused on how much they know. Those people get smoked by other people, and it makes them obvious because they see things that don't make sense. I wouldn't even care if you felt funny, because niggas do it every day. They go out there, talk to themselves, and say things, and people don't care because they see it as a joke. They see it as females finding out what don't work and what does work. You can tell somebody help and they will literally tell you to come with them, that means that they will be around you to be nowhere near what they can be around, which is their parents, who knows exactly where they are, becoming forcefully aware that there's nowhere near you a good person, because they wouldn't say that you were trusting people. They would say that you were being followed. Instead of seeing people as famous, you would see them as creepy and weird, knowing that those famous people are actually driving you insane because they want you to steal from other people, knowing that that's how they got that way. They stole another person's identity. They are not actually who they say they are. They're foreigners that play games with other people's lives because they're fucking gangbangers' children. And they like to be shown off because it makes them more afraid of who they really are. Now it looks weird because you see more than you want to. You're a guy that sees more than he wants to. He's gonna say it all, and they're gonna give up on him because they're gonna see that he knows treason is what happens to people who give up on everything. They're gonna say you gave up on the exact thing that would have made you greater than us. They gave up on life because the first person that they saw giving up on life told them that everybody was losing their family because they knew that their family was giving them weird info that didn't make sense. They don't say it to you, they say it literally so that you don't carry everyone else in there with you. If you go where you say you're gonna go, which is out in the open to some place where no one else is but them, there's gonna be fights happening. There's gonna be strangers coming outside. They're gonna see you as a threat, and then they're gonna place you in jail. That's why you don't go everywhere you say, because you know that there's no one there for you. You see it as a craze that people just want to show off that their family don't care about them. They don't see people the same. They can't find places to go to work because everybody sees them as a real demon that can't be stopped, because if they give up on life, no one's gonna see life the same. There's literally gonna be a person out there that has money everywhere else. If you go home with somebody, those people will have all of your money because they know how to say that you're treating people differently. They're going to tell people that you're out in the street. Those people are going to have money to give you because you're not supposed to teach people what they know is obvious. Literally, they give up on caring about it because there's going to be more families looking at you, trying to get you to see them as females that needed help, knowing that those people cannot show you what's going on. They have to give you a grave that doesn't even have your body in it. That body is going to be other places that other people won't know because they notice that you were trying to be farther than them. So whatever you do, if you want to be a man of God, you have to start coming over in a way that doesn't make sense, because they're going to say, hey, you don't need help being afraid of us. We're actually so bad at lying to you that we played a game called You're going to Stop Being Famous. You're going to start being affected by us. You're going to go home and say that we're richer than you, more afraid of what you follow, because you follow a lifestyle of weird energy being around you. There's literally so much evil in yourself because you know that people keep lying to you and saying that they're doing evil, even though they're not, trying gotten through females coming after their mom. They've gotten through people tracking them down because they wanted to see where they live. They've gotten through people lying to their parents about who they really were. Those people won't ever look good ever because they don't know what else to say. Everything that they say is about what you're doing. Knowing that, you have no idea where people are going to go. They're literally just going to start running around trying to find out where you are so that they can place you around them, make you see how much they know, and then they're going to get affected by you. They're going to start growing up living crazy, knowing that no one knows where they came from. They just came from a place that no one had seen. Even though they can't be stalked, they can't be followed, they cannot be around anyone that knows you. That means that if they say what they're saying to the very famous people who go out there and do what they say, instead of calling people out, they just start talking. They don't care who says what. They start saying it wherever, and that makes them more famous because anyone who sees them as fake can get made fun of because they won't see it coming when other people start training them to be nosy and torturous and Damien-like, because Damien was a dresser of females so he could get them took over by other guys and see they're all loving that energy so much that they feel like they won't ever lose. They will live like that for their whole lives, and it's a successful lifestyle. Pimping is a successful lifestyle that people live because they have control over women and men. The men want the women, and the women want money, and the money that they get is so much that they get famous for what they do. They play games on other people's families. Those families cannot stop what's going on because they have so many people that lie about who they really are, that it makes them evil, it makes them worse. They start getting more money from it. They say, I'm going to do it and get more money because I know how to get famous off of it. You crack jokes, you act sly, then you play games with people's lives because if they get stolen from, they will start to get very evil and make fun of you, and then they won't have fun giving up on life because life was never there for them. Honestly, it doesn't make a difference to me. I'm literally under a bridge right now. So all the people that think I care about being stalked and given evil feelings and females playing me, that's literally how I've lived my whole life. Females playing with me, acting like I could do something about their evil little family members who do whatever they want, knowing that I won't even stop them because they've asked for it basically by not saying something to someone who actually knows where people go after thanking the Lord. They go straight to the owner's house so that they could plan on what they want to do next. How are we going to get these people stalked next? We're going to show them how many people lie about their life. The ones that lie work for them. The others are giving money to them so that they could give life to other people. Literally, they have no idea where they're going because no one ever is going to like what they think. And that doesn't matter to me because I'm willing to just live out in the open. As long as I bundled up enough, I'll be fine. If I stink, I stink. People are not going to hire me because they think I smell bad. I'll find somewhere to clean up. And if I can't, I'll just live in the streets until I get hungry, start lying about what I feel, knowing that people will never look for you. They will stay focused on all these other things that have been happening. They will say that you left nowhere around alone. You strike poses on your drive-through because they keep laughing that you've seen them there, but they can't say that because how many people have been there? Well, there's been 10 without you knowing, coming over here, striking poses saying this is how he lives. Right in front of us, there's more than one person trying to see your location.